All right, I just want to think about this is Jeremiah Smith. He's running a route towards the end zone and catching a touchdown here. And I just want to think about the way that he throws this jab step. So he gets moving, and right here he just throws like a nasty jab step, gets into his left foot. This is a one-footed turn, gets his defender to bite on that, attacks his defender's back, and beats him towards the end zone. So I just want to slow down and think about how does he set up this jab step. So the first thing I'll point out is that like right here, his hips are pointed towards the end zone. So he's got his hips going this way. And he takes a minute to rotate his hips around. So here he's turned his hips. So just a few frames later, he's turned his hips. Now he's got his hips going this way. His jab step is going to be in line with his hips. So his hips are pointed on the gold, and then he's going to jab step on the maroon. And then he's going to come out of his jab step with what looks a lot like a 90-degree turn. So hips are going gold, jab steps maroon, and then he turns on this gold here. And if you look at this, and if you've been watching kind of my videos, you might think to yourself, oh, that does look a bit like a 90-degree turn. So he set himself up to be moving horizontally through a jab step and then attacked vertically. And you can see that kind of breakdown right here. There's the jab step, and now I'm turning and going deep and beating my guy. The other thing I'll point out is that he attacks his defender's back here. So his horizontal move gets his defender moving towards the horizontal with him. And the jab step allows Jeremiah to attack the defender's back, which spins the defender and allows Jeremiah to just get open for a sick touchdown. So why am I making a big deal about this? I think when I watch a lot of Frisbee players, they kind of get to this spot right here that Jeremiah's in this frame. So a lot of Frisbee players they got their hips going this way. And when they throw a jab step, they kind of like throw a jab step and then kind of come back, and then they just keep going this way. So it's like they run and then they jab and then they just keep running on the same line. And I just want to point out that really good receivers, really athletic people will get their hips turned, throw a jab step in line with their hips, and use that jab step to make kind of a 90-degree turn that attacks the defender's back and allows them to run free towards the end zone and go score goals and help their team win the game. This is Nestor's interception against Wisconsin. I just want to take a moment to think about how he sets this up. So the first thing I want to point out is that Nestor he's playing back shoulder right now. So he is effectively playing Frisbee no deeps right now. So the end zone is this way, and then the thrower is kind of this way, which means that Nestor is set up so that he is taking away the deep space. He's got leverage along this line, and he's doing it what I would say he's got a hand on, but these are kind of soft hands, and I think this is even legal in Frisbee. I think a lot of Frisbee players would not call this a foul on you. So here's an example of a guy who is playing back shoulder, no deeps. He's got leverage towards the end zone. He's trying to not get beat towards the end zone. If number two butterflied to this, if number two tried to put a foot in the ground and butterfly deep, he would bump into Nestor's body, and Nestor would have that physical presence helping him defend the deep cut. And from this back shoulder defense, as soon as the ball goes up, Nestor's able to adjust and get underneath it and make a play. So I just wanted everybody to look at this and see here's a true example of high level athlete playing back shoulder defense, covering the deep, using his body to protect against the butterfly cut. And then as soon as the ball goes up, shifting to front shoulder and attacking and making a D and making a play happen for his team. So a really good example of how just because you're set up on leverage on one side, as soon as the ball goes up, you can step and attack the other side as well.